All right, welcome students and families. We're so excited to welcome you to our orientation night. We have a remote learning success guide that we want to share with you with some of our building leadership team. We are very excited, as you've heard many times, to welcome a team of over 30 educators to work with more than 900 remote learners, kindergarten through 6th grade in our district. We're going to start by sharing a remote learning agreement.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Umscheid. So you might get tonight a parent and student agreement that you're going to take a look at, and it's going to say things like, make sure your kiddos get on that Zoom session every day. Make sure you log those 6.5 hours of daily learning. Make sure that you get all the assignments done that your teacher has posted on Canvas for you to do, because we're all part of this remote learning team. So your teacher will have that for you tonight, most likely.
Mrs. Hutchinson, and the next part is about creating a successful remote learning environment. So you need to have a place at your house that is your workspace that you're comfortable in, that your kids have their personal touch part as part of it, and that they don't have distractions. They also need to make sure that they have all of their school supplies that are on the list for the USD 3DC school supply list.
All right, I'm Ms. Boozer. The next thing we need to talk about is your daily to-do list. The biggest one is that you need to make sure you are logging in daily to Canvas, Monday through Friday. You also need to make sure you're coming to our Zoom classes. They're going to be so fun. You're not going to want to miss them, so make sure that you get there. And then also communicate with your students. We know things will come up, or communicate with your teachers. We want to communicate with teachers. And so then that is going to help you out. Parents, you are going to make sure that you are logging in and looking at grades. You're going to make sure you're logging their hours and submitting that to teachers by Monday.
Hello, Miss Archuleta here. We're going to talk about attendance. So we are hoping and planning for everyone to log in and participate in every subject each day on Zoom and on Canvas. And our goal is 390 minutes or 6.5 hours each day. So for attendance, your teachers will be taking it, and we will expect you to be there. If you aren't making it to class, there will be truancy warning letters, and you could be considered truant if you don't make it. Zoom classes are going to be held most days of the week, and attendance is expected. They are required for all students.
This is Ms. Haney. I'm going to talk about teacher office hours. So office hours are going to be held in 2 90-minute blocks on Wednesdays for all teachers. This is a time that you can check in and chat with your teacher if you have any questions about what's going on in your classes or your assignments. You don't have to go, but you can sure stop in and say hi. And then the next part is talking about academic support policies. We're going to do whatever we can to ensure that you're successful in our classes. Sometimes though, that's not always the case, so we're going to do whatever we can to ensure that. So we're going to be watching and working as a team to make sure this happens. We're going to be having weekly check-in meetings to talk about your progress, attendance, and to provide assistance in these cases. Next is our MTSS support and screening. Know that, again, we're going to do whatever we can to support you in any gaps, skills gaps that you have. We're going to be providing screeners in math, reading, and social emotional, and that happens across grade levels. So we're going to have, based upon these results, we're going to be able to provide some interventions to help your kids be successful. Next is the honor and academic integrity. We just basically want you to do your own work and to show us exactly what you know. So that's what we have.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Meyer-Gambrell, and I teach 5th grade, and we're going to cover some grading and assignments. You're going to have multiple different tasks, which will be part of your Canvas assignments. They may or may not be automatically graded, so you're going to be getting different scaled grades based upon our district protocol. These are the same ones that are posted and consistent from 3rd through 12th grade. We also have our textbooks and resources, which you'll be picking up from staff on August 28th. but it actually gets to come back to staff too when we end our remote learning. So your textbooks, you need to make sure that you're taking good care of them because we are going to be recollecting them at the end of remote learning.
Hi, I'm Miss Farr, and I want to talk to you about being a good digital citizen as we do our remote learning. I want you to show respect, use appropriate language. You'll be given emails and passwords. You want to be sure to be checking and monitoring your students' use of the internet and show respect. As we move on down through this section, you'll see that we have a remote learning behavior matrix, which is goal-oriented, responsible, independent, self-regulated, and trustworthy. So please look over our expectations for that.
We hope that you have a really strong internet connection for good Wi-Fi to use the district-issued iPads that are provided for you. If you have any problems or need any technical support, there are numbers that are listed as well as some suggestions for the ways to log in. We know this is going to take a full team. So students, families, educators, we are all in this together, and we want to provide you wraparound support to make everybody successful. It will require a lot of time management because we're going to need you to help balance out time both independently when you're on Zoom, when you're off of Zoom, and how to balance out all of the demands. So work with the schedule and work with your teachers. We are so excited to offer some tips from former students who are in a digital and remote environment. So take those to heart. Those are fellow students and then fellow families who were able to share more of some of their ideas of how to make it successful. And we end with building those connections and community relationships drive education. And we want to make sure we offer really strong and solid relationships to make everything successful this year. Please reach out to your teacher if you need anything else and let us know how we can help support you. Thank you so much.